Hey friends, what's up? Woodley here. Wanted to talk to you today about some housing updates. We are in the land of decisions. Today I met with our engineer for our septic design system. The septic design process involves two things. Number one, the number of bedrooms is going to determine the size of the tank. And the second thing is they have to do what's called a perk test. A perk test is going to tell how well the soil you have infiltrates, and so it's a time test for that water. And then what happens is from your septic tank, that perk test determines out how many feet you need from a distribution standpoint in the lines that go out of your septic tank in order for that water to be able to absorb in the soil. So where we are in our site, we have good draining soil, and we have a sloped site and plenty of land, so it really isn't going to be much of an issue with us. We have a lot of bedrooms, so the tank is going to be bigger. But what I wanted to talk more about with you today is just being ready to make those decisions. If you're somebody who's considering this building process, there's going to be a lot of things that come at you, and all of your awareness of the information and the options about those things is going to kind of prepare you to help make those decisions. So one of the examples that we're looking at this week was what we were doing with our insulation at the joint in the basement wall. Now, if you do a little bit of research, what you're going to find is where that corner joint where your slab and the wall meet, that can be a point where you get a lot of heat loss, because concrete, I think 1 foot of concrete has an R value of like R1. And so the insulation comes down to the slab, but then it doesn't break. You want to thermally break your slab from that wall. And so that was one of the things that I kind of was able to bring to the table with my builder, have a conversation about, talk about how we could accomplish that. He was able to give me the numbers for what running under slab insulation was, and then we were sort of able to navigate that into kind of a final plan related to those things. And so there's a lots of details. If you're looking for a really good resource to think about how can I improve the energy performance of my house without going sort of uber crazy. If you want to go uber crazy in energy performance, what you want to research is passive house. If you're like, I want to get some familiarity with it, then I would recommend looking up the Pretty Good House. And a great resource is the Green Building Advisor. If you search that, you can go on there. There's free things. You can also get an account on there. It's about $15 a month. I would recommend it. It's a good resource. Either them or Fine Home Building. Both of those are excellent sources of information, because part of it, I think, as the one who is building the house, you've got to bring that type of information to the table, because your architect may not have that information, your builder may not have that information. Now, they're going to have lots and lots of other things that you're not going to have. But the more familiar you are with all of those details and how they interact with one another and how they affect one another is going to really help you. And I think that it's also helps you when you're talking with your contractor. You become a credible voice in the situation, because you have a little bit of an idea what what you're talking about. Okay, now there's a lot of things that I don't know. There's a lot of things that I look to in there, but there are some areas where I want to say, let's see how we can do this. And so we're learning together. And so I think one of the things that if you're pursuing this, and as you're thinking about, okay, maybe a contractor that you're working with, is one of the areas to evaluate is how open are they to those type of conversations, and are they someone that's easy to work with? Do they listen to your input? Do they respect it? Do they offer you, are they able to offer you more information than you had and you can kind of navigate those things together. So that relationship is so critical. I'm so thankful where we found the company's New Frontiers, and Paul Ducharme, who we're working with. It's really easy to talk with him. We have a great relationship, and I think he respects my opinion. I certainly respect his opinion and input in it, and it's a lot of fun to do that. But you want to get ready as you're going into this process, so you're going to have lots of decisions to make, and understanding those, the complexity that goes into it's really going to help you. So just want to give you a quick update. Lots going on, a lot more coming up, and thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you want me to go into any more detail on any of those things, I'd love to, but I also don't want to just assume that everybody wants to know every little detail that I'm interested in. All right, have a great day.